Hey guys, I'm D&H Bear, and today is kind of a crazy day. Almost a week ago, I reached out to Fluppi, the developer of brickworks, asking him if I could do an interview with him, asking questions about brickworks. To my surprise, he actually replied and said he was down as long as I sent him all the questions beforehand. Since I was not expecting him to actually reply, I hadn't thought of any of the questions yet. So after kind of flipping out, I put a channel up on my Discord devoted to questions for him. Then invited some people from the Brickworks Discord to help me think up some questions. And by the way, total credit to everyone who thought up some questions from the two Discords, my Discord and the Brickworks Discord. Huge shout out to you guys. And without another second, let's see what Fluffy sounds like. Hey guys, this is kind of crazy. I'm literally about to talk to Fluffy. He's the game developer for brickworks, if you didn't know. He just texted me back about starting the voice chat. And yeah, we're about to do it. Um, yeah, starting voice call. Hello. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thanks.
This is my first time kind of talking to a developer, so bear with me. I got
Okay.
some questions here for you. Um,
Yeah,
some personal preference questions, some more personal questions, questions about the update, and some questions about brick rigs. Are you
yeah,
okay with answering like the personal questions?
yeah, sure. No
Okay.
problem.
Let me turn you up a little bit. I don't know if my mic's picking you up for my recording software. Okay. By the way, sorry for calling you Fluppy in some of my other videos.
Well, no problem.
It's
It's my nickname, I guess.
okay. I guess I'll just start off right here. What part of the game are you most proud about, and what do you think of its community?
I think I'm most proud of the fact that so many people are playing and having fun and just in general enjoying the game
Mm-hmm.
because they spend so much time in it, and it's just good to see that people appreciate the work. And in terms of the community, I think the community is really honestly incredible because they've built so many things that I would have never
Mm-hmm.
thought were possible, like, I don't know, calculators
I
or
know, right?
motorbikes. Yeah, and yeah,
It's
that's really
nuts.
cool to see.
Yeah, I love building in brickworks. It's amazing. There's so many stinking things you can do in it. It's so underrated. Uh, what's a favorite thing that you've seen in brickworks, such as a creation, picture, or meme?
I think that must be a video that a community member created. It was like a rock concert. They built a stage out of bricks and performed a live concert, and I thought the video was pretty funny, so I watched it a bunch of times.
And fight together beneath the metal sky. Brothers everywhere, raise your hand.
That's cool. Um, what are your thoughts on bigger YouTubers that play brickworks? I'm not saying this because I'm uh, like a YouTuber too. So I'm not saying it because of that. It's just an honest
Okay,
question that came up from the Discord.
I see. Yeah. Well, the YouTubers, they are pretty important for brickworks because there's no sort of active marketing that I'm doing. So the
Hmm.
YouTubers are a big reason why people are finding the game and finding out how it works. So without the big YouTubers, there would be a lot less players.
Oh yeah, for sure. Anyone close to your life that you look up to, like a best friend from high school or something else?
I think there are like multiple people that I look up to or who have achieved things
Hmm.
that I would like to achieve as well. But yeah, there's like not a single person that I would idolize because
Hmm.
that's probably not healthy because
Yeah, I
nobody's
kind of
perfect.
removed that word.
Yeah,
How did you get into coding and making games?
I think I was like 14 years old. I was playing a bunch of Rigs of Rods, which is like the predecessor to BeamNG,
Oh wow.
and I wanted to start modding. So I downloaded Blender and I watched a bunch of tutorials, and then I found out that there was a thing called the Blender game engine, and
Wait,
I thought it
really?
was really cool. Yeah,
Wow.
I think they removed it. It's not in Blender anymore,
Oh
but it used
man.
to be there, so you could make simple games, and that was really cool to me. That there was software like a game engine which you could use to make a game, and so I've done it for years in Blender and trained and tried to build simple games. And at some point, I got Unreal Engine 4, and then it turned into my job.
Wow. That's really cool. So you like did you like actually get training in it or is it just like it turned into like a it was like a hobby that turned into a job sort of?
Yeah, yeah. I taught myself. I watched tutorials. I just did trial and error until things worked.
Wow. Yeah, just normal coding and like I tried coding in Khan Academy once for a class. It's really hard. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah.
It can be hard. It can also be a lot of fun.
Well, thanks. How many hours do you have in Brickrigs like itself? That's
Actually, let me check
that's a
check real
question a
quick.
lot of people are asking.
It's right now exactly 436 hours. But the reason it's so low is because, like most of the time, I'm playing brickworks in the Unreal editor and not the Steam version, so
Hmm.
the count isn't updated on Steam. So it should be
Okay.
a lot higher.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Questions about the update. Are you planning on updating other maps besides Bricksville in the future? Not for the newest update, but later in the future.
Yeah, I would like to revisit some of the older maps and add some details, some new props,
Hmm.
maybe improve the textures, the landscape textures and the performance ideally. But yeah, we will see.
Okay. After the community's reaction to the new beta, what are your plans for the future? Has our reaction changed how the game is going to behave in the future?
Yeah, I think the reaction has definitely changed how I view the game and how I want to act on it in the future.
Hmm.
Because, well, the reaction really showed me that people wanted the game to stay more like it was before and
Hmm.
have fewer changes and like have the core remain the same. So that's like what I'm trying to do in the future.
Makes sense. Yeah, it's just such a good platform, to be honest. Such a solid game. Will you preserve the game's original feel and concept as a simple brick building game, or will you embrace the community's suggestions to make a more feature rich and complex sandbox game?
I think the game is already like a lot different than the first release. There are so many new features and stuff. I mean, anything like sensors or scalables weren't a thing in the beginning. So
Hmm.
it will probably change more in the future, and more community ideas will be added to make it a more feature-rich game.
Okay. Questions in general just about brick rigs. The brick rig's physics slash engine right now is very simple. Would it hurt to add more complexity, such as energies, momentum, aerodynamics, and complex explosions and shockwaves?
Well, I would say the physics engine of Brickix is already very complex compared to other games because
Hmm.
there's already dynamic destruction, completely dynamic aerodynamics.
Hmm.
And I would like to improve those things, make them more performant, make them more stable, but I would probably not try to add much more complexity additionally.
Yeah. What? This is the kind of question for the future, but will you ever move on from brick rigs or start any other games?
Well, Brickworks is quite successful, quite popular,
Hmm.
but I would like to move on to other games in the future because I would like to be creative again and be able to envision my ideas and yeah,
Hmm.
do something from the ground up. So yeah, I would like to move on at some point, but probably still do updates for Brickworks.
Kind of like starting a new drawing. Move
Yeah,
on from the ground up. Um, are you planning to fix the wheel hitbox collisions?
yeah, that's already on the future map.
Oh, nice.
I will try to do it, but I can't promise yet if it will work technically. Maybe there
Hmm.
will be performance issues or it won't be as stable as before, so I have to try it out.
By the way, like kind of a a little bit of a jump scare question here, but like, how did that kind of happen? The collisions, the wheel collisions.
But
Is
the
that just
reason is
a
that
glitch or what?
no, it's because the NVIDIA physics engine, which Unreal uses, doesn't have cylinders as collision shapes by default. So there's only like custom convex collision spheres, capsules, and boxes, and no cylinders. So kind
Oh,
of the spheres were the thing that worked best as an approximation.
and I'm guessing you can't scale like squish down the sphere, so it's gonna stick out the side. Like, if you wanted to actually like get the whole wheel in there.
Uh, Unfortunately, it can't be what's the word, ununiformly scaled. So it always has to be it has to remain a sphere. You can only change the
Hmm.
radius. You can't squish it.
Well, people have used it to their advantage, making hovercrafts and stuff. So it's kind of a cool thing.
Okay.
Will you ever consider adding in-game tutorials for new builders?
I think they would be important. Right now, the game is still changing so much that
Hmm.
they would probably become obsolete quite fast. So
Oh yeah.
at least for now, people will still have to use like community tutorials for that.
Oh yeah, and I know for sure one of my friends joined Brickrigs recently, and he was just like, I had to teach him like everything, and he was having a hard time. But eventually, like, it's just trial and error. Like, keep building stuff and like evolving your creations and stuff and learning more. Uh,
Yeah,
Floopy, what is your opinion about modded bricks? Good or bad idea?
I think modding in general is a good idea because it just adds more variety and, well, I don't see anything negative about it.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, this is like the last question, but it's definitely not the least question. Will there ever be a way to stop the train?
I think there will definitely be a setting to remove the train from the city map so you
Oh
can
no.
spawn your own trains.
Oh,
No,
what?
a lot of people ask about that, to have a setting to remove the train.
Dude.
But in terms of stopping it, I don't know. Maybe I will work on it at some point, but I don't know yet how that would work or what it would look like. So yeah, not sure.
Hmm. Yeah, if you had some sort of way to derail it, it would kind of defeat the whole purpose of the train,
Yeah.
which is to send you to Brazil.
You're gonna either die to the train or die to the
Nobody,
train.
I am not going to Brazil. I refuse to
Stop
go
it.
to Brazil.
You are dying to the train or dying to the train.
No.
I'll try to save you. Well, thank you for your time, Fluppy. Um, I'm really surprised that you actually did this with me. I did not expect you to say yes. Man.
Well, it was also my first interview and I
Yeah.
just wanted to try it out. Yeah, it was fun.
Well, I'm a small YouTuber and I'm really happy that you did this with me. Thank you a lot. It's really gonna help me out
Yeah.
and yeah. Oh, any other questions you think I should ask or anything just random?
No, I don't know what questions you
How
would
about
ask.
how'd you come up with that name?
You mean brickworks?
Or Fluppy?
Fluppi. It was a nickname that my brother gave me for some reason that I don't know. It's kind of random,
That's
but
hilarious.
it sticked. Yeah.
I guess I'll talk to you later. Thank you for your time
Yeah, no problem.
and goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Hey guys, I really wanted to thank you for watching this video. Huge shout out to Fluppy for doing this video with me. I'm a small YouTuber. I'm really surprised that he did it with me. Huge shout out to him. Go download Brickrigs if you haven't. Feel free to subscribe. Like up my video. It's yeah. See you in the next one.